Good late Sunday evening. I'm certified meteorologist Nick Kelly on this March 18th of 2018. We had a quiet start to the day, but then we saw the cloud cover really thicken up late this afternoon, and not to mention some rain and thunderstorms working across the area. Not that we're complaining, because we need the rain. We'll definitely take it. Before we got that rain going, though, it was a cold start this morning, mainly in the 30s, but we at least rebounded into the lower 60s in many spots this afternoon. But as we get the coming work week underway, we're going to trend on the cooler side of things, especially with spring starting off on Tuesday. Thankfully, the cool temperatures won't be sticking around for too long, though, as we go throughout the week. This was the main story for the day, though, in the Skywatch Storm Tracker, at least the first look at things over a 12-hour loop. It was, again, quiet overall throughout the course of the day. That's once we got to about 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock this afternoon, 6 o'clock this evening. That is when we had our first batch of rain and thunderstorms rotate out of the state of Oklahoma and passing through our corner of Oklahoma and across the area in general. At the very least, even though we had thunderstorms with this batch of rain, we did not see any strong or severe thunderstorms. We did not have to worry about that whatsoever. So, at the very least, this was welcome rain that, again, we're not going to complain about. Although I do wish we got a little bit more out of this first batch of rain. So far, rain amounts not looking too impressive according to radar estimates. Most spots picking up maybe a tenth of an inch, a quarter of an inch, at least a few spots on the Kansas side trying to go to at least half an inch of rain. Again, though, this is just our first round of rain with the system working through. We still have it rotating northward up to the I-70 corridor around the Kansas City Metro and the Skywatch Storm Tracker. But we do have another round on the way. We'll get to that perspective coming up in a bit. The numbers out of the Joplin Regional Airport today with our weather almanac showing a cold start, 36 this morning. So as advertised, we did start in the middle of the upper 30s. We even actually had a little bit of patchy fog in spots to start this morning out, but that did not stop us from warming up to 62 at the airport in Joplin. Most spots, again, upper 50s to lower 60s, which is about where we should be for this time of the year. And last check of the rain gauge had just over a tenth of an inch for the day at the airport in Joplin. So, again, not bad, and thankfully more rain to come. From 7th and Rangeline, though, just before we hit the top of the 11 o'clock hour, we have been holding steady around 50 degrees with an east-northeast breeze pretty light at 3 miles per hour. Look at the humidity and the dew point, though. The dew point at 49 means with that temperature, we have a humidity of about 96%. That's pretty much maxed out almost. So with this setup in play, I think we'll get a little bit more moisture to work in, which pops that dew point back up close to 50. So that means Joplin, we're going to be holding around 50 for the rest of the night. And for the area in general, where we sit just before the 11 o'clock hour, mainly upper 40s to about the lower to middle 50s. That's where we're going to stay as we go through the rest of the night ahead of us. The Skywatch Storm Tracker, as we go back to the maps again, is showing that first round of rain continuing to eventually lift north out of the area. And just as we're getting a break in the action, we're holding on to the clouds and we're eyeing our next batch of rain and thunderstorms rotating out of western Kansas, western Oklahoma, and the panhandle of Texas. Earlier this evening, some of those storms out there definitely approached severe levels with some quarter to $half size hail. We're talking about an inch and a quarter in diameter, and some wind gusts approaching 70 miles per hour at times. Thankfully, those storms are not severe anymore. As they continue to head our way, we're not worried about those storms becoming strong or severe again, but that is our next round of rain on the way, all because of two systems in play. In the upper levels, we have a vigorous upper low over the state of Colorado, providing the upper level energy, lift, and support for these rain and thunderstorm chances to keep on going. Not to mention at the surface, a complex frontal system set up just off to our west and southwest, but both of these systems in play will keep rain chances around as we go into your Monday and the cloud cover too. And believe it or not, sticking with Doug's pattern, we are still in about that 48.5 day cycle. So we take this system, fast forward 48.5 days, we're talking about this system coming back early May, thinking May 4th, May 5th, based on how we're looking at things. So we'll definitely have to keep an eye on this system as it makes its return as we go into the month of May to start things out. This go around, though, we're just going to see just regular rain chances and some thunderstorms, especially with that next batch of morning rain and thunderstorms just waiting to kick off our Monday. Again, temperature-wise, we're going to hold steady for the overnight. Upper 40s to lower 50s. Around Joplin, let's say we hold around 50. And even as we go throughout the course of the day, with the main crux of the system shifting off to our east and southeast as we go into the afternoon, we're going to hold on to those rain chances and the cloud cover too. With some breaks in the action, we'll try to get the thermostat to pop up to 60 by the afternoon, but I think by 4 o'clock, we're going to get on the backside of the system. That means the northwest breeze kicks in, starts to bring in the chillier air again, which means temperatures dip back into the 50s, maybe mid-50s for most spots, going into Monday afternoon. So here's how the planner looks. For most of us, we'll start around 50 in the morning. We'll pop up to 60 degrees by lunchtime. Then when that northwest breeze kicks in during the afternoon, that is when we will see the cooler air work in. Joplin will drop to about 55 by about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, while the rest of us will continue to trend downward on the backside of the system. On the backside of the system, we're still close enough to it Monday night going into Tuesday morning. Let's hold on to the clouds and let's say maybe a few showers going into your Tuesday morning. The overall story for Tuesday, though, is going to be kind of a cool start to the spring season. That's right, spring starts this Tuesday. It just won't feel like it. We'll be starting in the upper 30s to near 40 Tuesday morning. And even though we'll try to get some breaks in the cloud cover, first off, I would disregard any rain chances popping up on the future track. I think we're dry for Tuesday, but even with some peaks of the sun, we'll still have that north breeze in play and temperatures at least trying to go to 50 degrees for Tuesday afternoon. Again, it's a chilly start to the spring season on Tuesday, but it won't stay chilly for long. We'll pop back up to 56 Wednesday afternoon, partly sunny skies. We stay dry on Thursday, but milder with highs in the upper 60s, then lower in the middle 70s as we go into the coming weekend. So far, I'm watching a system on Friday that could bring some thunderstorm chances in here. We look okay for Saturday, then maybe more rain and thunderstorm chances by next Sunday. Have a good night. Have a great Monday.